All right, in today's video, we will be doing a hypnosis for an energetic block. Now, in this video, you can use this energetic release for any sort of unwanted emotion, any sort of resistance you're facing, or any sort of energetic block that you feel like is there, you're not quite sure, but you know it's there and it's affecting your performance. Now, before we get started, there's a couple of things I would like to say so that you not only get the most out of this hypnosis process, but that you also are very safe and that you aren't harmed in the process. Because we are going to be entering hypnosis, you want to make sure that your head and your neck is supported. This is something that I see a lot of people just go and they start doing hypnosis and you run the possibility of falling asleep, or you might just kind of nod out a little bit. So do yourself a favor, make sure that your head and your neck is supported. And last but not least, that you are not in a place where you want your critical mind to be just alert and operating at peak. So if you're driving, operating machinery, babysitting children, something like that, you want to make sure that you're in a safe environment so that you will be able to just kind of let go and do the work that we're about to be doing. Now, the last thing I would like to say before we fully jump into the actual activity is that although you're going to have a very profound release here today, the best way to get the most out of hypnotherapy is to practice it consistently, because everything that we are doing is either reaffirming or reprogramming ourselves. So every word I say, every movement I make is just all reaffirming and reprogramming who I am and who I'm becoming, right? And so although you will have this profound release after today's hypnosis session, you want to make sure that you're practicing it consistently so that you can truly embody the person that you know you are at the core and shed away the limitations that are preventing you from performing at that level. Now, I specialize in helping purpose-driven leaders in this area, so if you find this video value, my link to my calendar will be in the description so that you can book a consult and get the details on what it would be like working together. Now, getting started into this video, again, if you are not in the proper environment, go ahead, pause this video and do that. All right, now the following activity we're about to do will be done both cognitively and done under hypnosis. So I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and as I ask you these series of questions and we go through this process, what the most important thing is to just really trust yourself by listening, silencing the mind, and listening to the very first thing that comes up. Sometimes it might not always make sense, but when you're doing this type of work, your subconscious is always ready to release the answer. It always knows, and we just have to be able to listen. If you don't get the answer in more than literally a second, it's because you weren't listening or you denied what came in and you thought like, oh, that doesn't make sense. So allow yourself to start taking in full deep breaths, set the intention that I'm going to listen to myself and trust the very first thing that pops up. All right, now as we scan the body, we scan the whole body of where our energy is, where it lives, and everything like that. I want you to just first identify what this energetic blockage would be like if you were to put it into a symbol. And this could be any symbol at all. It could be an animal, it could be a blob, it could be a shape. Whatever symbol that this energetic blockage, after you kind of scan your body, and you're like, I would resemble it as this symbol. And then once you get the symbol, go ahead and write that down. Now, the next thing you want to take note of is once you get this symbol, what's really important is to know where at in the location. Like when you close your eyes, or maybe you don't even have to close your eyes to really see where the symbol is at, where does it necessarily live at when you bring it into your representation? So does it live like 5 feet out? Does it live up here? Does it live like just like deep within inside? Where does it exactly live when you just think of the symbol itself? And then the next thing you want to notice is where it physically lives in the body. So sometimes when you just think of the symbol, it can pop up like outside of you, but then when you reflect back, like where does it live in my body, it will be another part. So that's very important. We'll talk about that later. Now, the next thing you want to take note of is you want to take note of the color, right? So we're getting note of all the submodalities, the thing that makes this energetic blockage like an actual thing. So we're getting the color of it, how big is it? We want to know how big or small it is. We want to take note of its texture. Is it smooth, sticky, spiky? What is the texture like? Does it have a frame around it? Does it have a sound? Can you hear anything? So you just want to get note of all the submodalities of it. What it goes with all your sensory, what it looks like, the color, the feel, the shape, the location. And just take a moment to reflect back through those questions, the texture, sound, if any. Most importantly, location. And just take note of all of that just for a moment. All right, good. I'm assuming you got all the submodalities now, right? So you know where it lives, you know what the symbol looks like, whether it's like a fuzzy shape, is it an actual animal, is it just like a blob? You're knowing where it lives at in your body, where it lives at location-wise when you just think of it, the shape, the size, the color, if it has any sound, any texture. And so once you've taken note of that, or if you just have a super excellent sharp memory and you're able to just kind of remember that, I'm going to let you know that we are now going into the hypnosis part. And so now, again, once again, another reminder, make sure that your head and neck is supported and you're in a proper environment for the hypnosis. And once you're ready and you've completed the following steps, I want you to just go ahead and I want you to bring your hand straight up. Just go ahead and bring your hand straight out like this. And so it's like that. And go ahead and place your attention at the top center of your middle finger. Just go ahead and place your center. And then just go ahead and bring it up until as you're focusing on the top center of your middle finger, it starts to create a little bit of a strain, but not too much. You don't want to start seeing like black and white colors and like giving yourself a headache or anything, but you just want to give your eyes like a little bit of strain. And then once you're there, I'm going to now start counting backwards in a series of numbers from 50 to 0. And when we get into 0, we will then enter the hypnotic sleep where you will be able to do this profound energetic release. And so now, all while you are holding your hand straight up, I'm going to now start counting backwards from 50 to 0 in a series of numbers. And what I would like for you to start doing is, on the even numbers such as 50, 48, 46, 44, 42, I would like for you to open up your eyes, all while holding your hand still up. And at any point, as I'm counting backwards, once you feel the hand feel a little heavy and you're ready to set it back down, you can go ahead and do so. And now on the odd numbers, 49, 47, 45, 43, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes, okay? And so now, all while keeping your arm completely straight out, focusing on the tip of your middle finger, bringing it up so there's a little bit of a strain, but not too much, and allowing that arm to be dropped back down as I'm counting backwards. You're closing your eyes on the odd numbers, and you're keeping your eyes open on the even, just allowing that arm to drop back down whenever it feels heavy, whenever you feel ready. And so now, starting at 50, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40, 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 37, 36, 25, 24, 27, 23, 22, 4, 11, 69, 82, 53, 12, 11, 10, 9, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 98, 47, 36, 2, 4, 7, 6, 5, 38, 39, 4, 3, 2, 1, and going even deeper now.
And now as we go deeper, just allow yourself to begin to start taking in full deep breaths. With your eyes still closed now, as you continue to go even deeper, just allow yourself to start taking in full deep breaths. And as you continue to take in full deep breaths with your eyes still shut, just begin to bring your attention down to the bottoms of your feet. And as you bring your attention down to the bottoms of your feet with your eyes still shut, and continuing to breathe full deep breaths, you will begin to notice that the physical body is already beginning to relax and the mind is beginning to become calm. And pressures and tensions of the day are beginning to ease, allowing you to release and relax, and just allow you to let go. Let go. And as you continue to breathe full deep breaths with your eyes still shut, continue to bring your attention down from the bottoms of your feet and beginning to move into your legs, where you begin the physical body relaxing even more now and the mind becoming even more calm. From your toes to the bottoms of your feet, moving through the ankles and now the calves of the legs. And you just begin to become aware of this relaxation as you continue to breathe in and out full deep breaths. And now this relaxation of the physical body, where the mind is becoming even more calm now, is moving through the thighs and now the hips. And you may even begin to feel some other physiological sensations, such as your muscle relaxing. And this relaxation just keeps moving into the solar plexus and now the chest area. And now moving completely through your hands, your arms, from the fingertips up, and now moving through the neck muscles, just relaxing now even more. And as you continue to breathe full deep breaths, just begin to notice now how the relaxation is moving up into your thoughts now. Moving now through the scalp, over the forehead, and down and over and inwards into the eyelids, the facial muscles, the jaw muscle. And the physical body and the mind just keeps relaxing even deeper now, completely with every breath in and every breath out. And now in a few moments, I'm going to start counting backwards again, but this time from 5 to 0. And with each count backwards, your body will prepare you for the purpose of hypnosis, and with your permission, to enter into the hypnotic sleep with each count backwards more deeply at 0. And now starting at 5, going into 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Starting to go even deeper now, down to the level that you are most comfortable with. And now as you continue to breathe full deep breaths, just allowing yourself to go down to the level you are most comfortable with, just begin to continue to focus on my voice even more now. And you may hear other sounds, and you may feel other sensations throughout the body, but you will find that they actually enhance the experience, because it is all a part of the experience, and you are experiencing. And now as we go deeper, I'm going to continue to bring you down to the level you are most comfortable with. Just allow yourself to let that happen, bringing yourself down to the level you are most comfortable with. And now as you focus on my voice, I would like for you to bring this symbol that you identified, and just begin to notice where it lives in your body. Trust the first thing that comes up, and just begin to notice where this symbol lives in your body. And now once you've identified where this symbol lives at in your body, take another deep breath in and go even deeper now. And now as you focus on my voice, now identifying where this symbol lives in your body, allow yourself to listen to the first answer that comes up whenever I ask you the following question. If you have both yes answers to the next following questions that I ask, allow yourself to proceed forward. But if you answer no to any of the following questions I'm about to ask you, allow yourself to turn this tape off and count yourself back out from 0 to 5. And now, all while taking in those full deep breaths and just focusing on my voice, allow yourself to notice the first answer that comes up. When I ask you if it is in your best interest, if it is incongruent with all areas of your life, for you to fully release this symbol, this energetic block, from your life here, right now. And now the second question I would like to ask you is if it is safe and okay in all areas of your life that are meaningful to you. Is it safe and okay in all areas of life that are meaningful to you to fully release and let go of this symbol, of this energetic block, whenever you receive the proper learnings that will allow you to let it go and fully release it? And so now that you know that it's okay to proceed forward, just allow yourself to take even more deep breaths now, just allowing yourself to go even deeper, down to the deepest level that you are most comfortable with. And as you continue to breathe full deep breaths, as you bring yourself down even deeper now, allow yourself to listen to the very first thing that pops up. When I ask you, what do you need to know? And what are the learnings that you need to receive in order to fully release and let go of this energetic block, this stuck energy? What are the full learnings? What are the things you need to know? The things you need to receive? What do you need to know? The learnings you need to receive in order to fully release and let go of this energetic block? And just trust the very first thing that pops up may just be a simple phrase, maybe 3 or 4. but just begin to lock onto those learnings. And begin to repeat those learnings out loud to yourself or repeatedly in your mind. Beginning to fully integrate those learnings now. And just take a moment to do that. And so now as you integrate these learnings and you're feeling them vibrate through your body more than ever now, begin to notice how you have a sense of how you are in control now. And so since you are in control now, just allow yourself to locate that image in the body and begin to let it know that you're in charge by just moving it around a little bit. Just moving it around, moving it further away, perhaps in a corner. And just allow yourself to move this symbol away from a place where it was originally. And as you continue to rehash these learnings that you just incorporated, just notice how not only are you able to move it around wherever you'd like, but just also notice that the color that it once was, and just allow yourself to notice that there's a little drain at the bottom of this symbol. There's a little drain at the bottom of this symbol that is in connection to the color, the pattern. And so now as you continue to integrate the learnings that you just received, when it feels right to you, just allow yourself to take a turn on the knob and just watch how the color just starts to drain out. And you can even turn it up a notch if you want to see it drain out faster. And as you watch it drain out, just notice how all the color is leaking out now, completely out. As if it's turning almost holographic. And just notice now, whenever the color is completely drained out, just notice how the texture, how it feels again. And just again allow yourself to fully integrate these learnings continuously. And notice that as you do that, you're able to change this texture to essentially nothing. And you can stick your hand right through it because it is holographic now. And that's right. That change you're feeling is a good thing. That change is just your body adjusting as it is truly beginning to just fully let go of this block, of this symbol. And so now as your body is adjusting and it's allowing you to just truly release this energy now, just notice how you're able to shrink it now. And just notice it continuously shrinking, even smaller now. Just allow it to shrink so small that you can barely see it, as if it's a grain of sand. And if you haven't already done yet, just allow yourself to pull it out of your body and let this little crumb fall to the ground. Just allow yourself to let this little speck fall to the ground so you can see it outside of you now. And once you can see the little crumb on the ground, take another deep breath in and go even deeper now. And now just allow yourself to step out of that frame. And now allow yourself to look at you, looking at the tiny speck, as if you were almost somebody else. Just allow yourself to step out of that old image and allow yourself to look at you, looking at the tiny speck, as if you were another person looking at you. Witness this. That's right. Your body really must want you to change. Now just allow yourself to step out of that frame one more time and just shrink it. Allow yourself to step out of that frame that you just had and shrink it even smaller now. Smaller than the speck, so small you didn't even know it could get that small. And just allow it to return back to light and be completely whited out. Just allow that to be completely returned back to just a light figure, just a tiny ball of energy that was once matter. And once you can see that, take another deep breath in and go even further. And when you're ready, just allow yourself to take out the slingshot. The slingshot that had been in your back pocket all along. Allow yourself to take out the slingshot that was in your pocket all along and put the small ball of energy into its socket. And as you place it there, allow yourself to listen to the very first thing that pops up and ask your subconscious mind if there is any last thing that you need to know or you need to receive a learning of in order for you to truly let go of this energy once and for all. And just integrate that learning. Allow it to be repeated back. And when you feel the time is right, allow yourself to pull back that slingshot and release it so far out that you can't even see it any longer. And as you watch it disappear in the distance, you can try and get in touch with that feeling, but what's going to happen is the more you try, you're going to find that it is actually harder to take place. And now the more you try to connect with that feeling, you're also going to find that something else is going to take place because there is now room for it. You actually have a tendency to grin instead. Okay, now try. Go ahead, just try to bring that feeling up. Try harder. And as you try harder to get back in touch with that little feeling, that old symbol, you will feel little twitches as you begin to grin. And in fact, the more you try to get in touch with that old feeling, the more you will grin. And in fact, you find it very hard to feel that old feeling because you've now associated with a grin. And the more you feel it, the more you grin. In fact, it begins to turn into a very huge smile. Okay, now try to bring it up. Go ahead, try harder. And as you try harder, you feel little twitches as you begin to grin. And in fact, the more you try, the more you grin. Perhaps a giant, huge smile from within. And now anytime there was a possible circumstance where you would have originally felt those feelings, you know exactly what you're able to do now. And that you no longer are needing that feeling, that old feeling inside of you. Now in a few moments, we're going to start counting back up from 0 to 5. And when we arrive at 5, you will awaken totally and completely to a non-suggestible state. But when you count backwards from 5 to 0 and arrive at 0, you will be able to enter the hypnotic sleep for the purpose of hypnosis, and with your permission, quickly, calmly, and deeply, more deeply at 0. But before we start and before we awaken, I'm going to give you one last suggestion. And that is that in your early morning venting dreams, you will be able to completely vent out any of the roots or likewise associations that were tied to the block that we addressed here today. In your early morning venting dreams, you will be able to completely release, vent, and let go any of the roots or events or experience that were tied to what we addressed here today. And now, all while continuing to breathe full deep breaths, we're going to start coming back up from 0 into 1, becoming more aware of the room that you're in and your surroundings. 1 coming up to 2, becoming more aware of your body. 2 coming up to 3, integrating all of the learnings once and for all, sealing them in right now. 3 coming up to 4, beginning to feel a little bit more alert and awake. And 4 coming up to 5, eyes opening wide awake. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes completely opening wide awake.
All right, good job. Good job. Just allow yourself to continue to breathe in those full, deep, refreshing breaths, integrating all those amazing learnings that you just received, allowing you to be who you truly are at the core, more and more each and every day now. You did such an excellent job. Again, if you found this video of value and you would like to elaborate on your transformational process so that you can truly serve out your purpose at the most profound level, like the leader you are, like the BLIVER that you are, I'm going to link my personal calendar for consultations down below so that you can get the details on us working together. And at the very most, I wish you the best. And I can't wait to hear about your process and how this affected your life experience. And as always, dream big, live large, and be live. Bye.